is everybody? Buckle up, my accomplices. I'm driving. Okay, I just stopped working for lunch, but something bugged me I seen this morning and about 10 minutes ago, and I just had to, because I called it and said it was coming. Anyways, a preacher in Vancouver, well, he lives in Surrey, he was arrested in Surrey, but it's Vancouver, where he's charged with his crime. And this preacher isn't like a pastor or a priest or whatever. He stands on the street corner, and these guys have been around forever. He just has a new way of doing it. You know, with the sign, the end is near, and repent, right? Now, he has a little tiny speaker in his pocket, and it's not that loud, right? Like, when you hear it, it's not. Considering he's being charged with, on a busy street downtown Vancouver, I'm sure the traffic and the people are noisier than the speaker, but regardless of that, right? It's no different than a guy that's standing there yelling, he's not even that loud. Now, I told you guys in that video, War on Christ, or Jesus, or whatever, that there was protests in Vancouver going on over this stuff, and now they've gone and done it. Now, what struck me as funny as hell is they send the RCMP, Surrey RCMP, to this man's house to arrest him. Vancouver Police does. Now, Vancouver Police is city police. They're two different entities. Yeah, two different ones. So it blows me away, folks. And if there was a warrant for his arrest, I'm pretty goddamn sure it would just be like in the Vancouver for something like that, mischief. It may be the whole lower mainland, and that's why they got him in Surrey, but I highly doubt it. I mean, in my personal experience, I've been in other provinces, other places, and had warrants in other places, and there's nothing they can do about it. But for the Vancouver police to send RCMP to arrest a guy for mischief, no criminal record, nothing like that, over mischief, over apparently he was bothering people, whatever, I guess you want to call it. So, that is just, now in front of his wife and his kids and his neighbors and everything, because this is part of their scheme, part of their plans. You know, they could have, well, they did offer him to come down to the station because they're already at his house and he wasn't on his way home, but still, they didn't have to do that, handcuff him and everything, but they want to do that because they want to show people, see what happens if you preach, speak the word, the gospel. This is what's going to go down, folks, right? What do you think? All the neighbors seen it? Of course, they're probably more concerned than anything else, but that's what they want us to see. So I think it's pretty well getting time, people, where if you're sitting on the fence, I think it's probably getting pretty close to a time you better decide which side you're going to be on, because I got a feeling it's going to be a hot summer. I really do, folks. And here's just a couple facts, okay? Now, with all this racism, all this white fucking privilege stuff, all this stuff that's going on, here's just a couple facts that I know you won't see on CNN or anywhere like that, okay? The first slave owner in America was black. And he had 3 slaves initially. He ended up with a lot more, believe me. But he initially had 3 slaves. 2 of them were white and 1 of them was black. And that's a fact, folks. You can look it up. Okay? His name was, I think his last name was Johnson. I can't remember his first name. Okay? And another fact. with the Native Americans, North Americans, whatever you want to call them. Yes, the Europeans did bring smallpox here, folks. They did. They didn't do it intentionally. And in them days, like I've said before, they didn't even know what a fucking germ was. So, how could they? Right? It was just a very unfortunate consequence of what was happening. But on the other one, what happened? Somebody was eventually going to come to this continent. I mean, it's just the progression of mankind, right? And nothing against Native Americans or anything like that, folks. But they hadn't progressed from where they were when we got here for quite a long fucking time. Okay? And just a little fucking fact, like I said, I'm going to give you people. Yes, we did give them smallpox, or my ancestors, our ancestors, whatever you want to call them, did. But you know what we brought back from North America? Syphilis. And that's a fact too, folks. So anyway, sorry if I sound a little upset, but this preacher getting arrested and shit just pissing me off, right? Okay, everybody be safe. As always, a cat.